Oh my gosh, today's video, I'm so excited. I have been waiting for this PR package to come. No shame in my game, honey. I am so pumped that Kaleidos sent this collection over. So if you want to see swatches, see an eye look, all of the things, hear my first impression thoughts, then just keep watching. If you're new to my channel, welcome. My name is Karen Harris. I like to film tan girl friendly makeup videos here on YouTube. I am so excited. I love bringing you guys new makeup. I also love talking about new makeup. So we do a new makeup releases video every Monday here on my channel. So if you aren't subscribed already, highly recommend doing so you don't miss any of my uploads. I upload pretty much every day, sometimes 2 uploads a day. So if that sounds interesting to you, go ahead, subscribe, turn on that bell so you're notified every time I post. And without further blabbering, let's get into it. Okay, you guys, I'm sure from the title you could tell we have the newest collection from Kaleidos. They sent me the entire thing. I am so excited. So this is what the chest looks like. I will insert close up so you guys can see everything close up and personal. So this collection is called the Smoky Nostalgia Collection, and it's actually restocking on the 28th of March. So make sure you go ahead and mark that on your calendar. I am so excited. So the chest is very pretty. Looks pretty much like the one from Flower Punk, but it's definitely more of a smoky vibe. And then on the top here is this beautiful lace detailing. And then it just opens up top here. So there's a little mirror up here. And this is a beautiful little memory box slash storage box. I still have mine from Flower Punk, and I think it is so pretty. I don't think I'll ever get rid of it. So then we have 2 eyeshadow compacts. So this is the first one. This is called Black Jasmine, and it has this beautiful satin packaging with a lace overlay. And this is the Smoky Quad. So look at that. There are some beautiful shades of gray. There's 3 beautiful matte shades in this palette and 1 sparkly shadow. So we have 2 grays, a black, and that's the sparkly shadow. Very beautiful. And then the second one is called Cold Brew. The same packaging. It's more like a purple with some brown tones in it. And then this is what the inside of this compact looks like. These feel really well made and nice and sturdy packaging. So I love that. The names are on this plastic little insert, just so you guys know as well. So I will show you guys swatches of everything as I'm talking as well. And then the box packaging is very similar to the actual packaging of the products. They really didn't spare any details in this trunk. Like, look at this beautiful floral and these beautiful little knobs. This is totally giving me like Bridgerton feels right now. So with this collection, they also launched a new set of lip glaze, which you guys know I am like obsessed with these. So this is a Smoky Nostalgia lip clay collection. We have Skin Chip, Coal Smoke, Cognac, and Smeared Rouge. Oh my goodness, look at this packaging. These tins are so beautiful. And then I believe these are all nudes, like more nudes. So I'm really excited. I will definitely insert swatches for you guys of those. And then I'm so excited. They launched new blushes. So this is what the box packaging looks like. Oh my goodness. I'm so pumped for these because you guys know I love blush. And there's a red blush in here that I'm dying to look at. So the first blush shade, this is called Ecstasy, and it's a beautiful like corally light pink kind of blush. Then I have a shade called Joyride. Ooh, this is pretty. It's like a bronzy colored blush. I love shades like that, especially with my skin tone. It really just looks so good. Next, I have Dream Walk, which is a purple packaging. It's a bubblegum pink. Love that. And then we have the shade called Sunburnt. That sounds like a really promising shade. Ooh, yes. It's a really pretty bright orange color. And then the last shade, this is the one I've been like most excited about. It's that red shade and it's called Sanguine. Oh my gosh, this packaging is so spectacular, and that is the shade Sanguine. So that is the entire Smoky Nostalgia collection from Kaleidos. And now we're gonna get into a look with the collection. Okay, so when I filmed the video yesterday, I didn't get to test out cold brew, but I figured I'd go ahead and do an eye look with this quad and insert it into the video. So if you see an awkward cut, that's what's happening. But I loved the look with the Black Jasmine. It lasted for like 10 hours on my lids after I filmed. I went to Target. I went to visit my husband at work. Like, it was a long day, and that eye look was so glam and lovely that I wanted to test this one out too and let you guys know in case you're wondering about these palettes, because they're so good. And you guys know I don't usually do that, so I just had to put this one on my eyes as well. And I'm gonna film like my February ranking video, which is late as usual. So I'm just gonna start off with this light shade, and I'm gonna put that in the crease. This is gonna be a very basic look. I feel like for somebody that's intimidated by color and you've been like wanting to try Kaleidos and maybe try something a little bit more neutral, oh my gosh, these palettes are, well, the Black Jasmine was so easy to work with and blend. I'm assuming I'm not going to have any trouble with cold brew either, but I just wanted to try it out and see, just so I could give you guys my opinion after trying it. But oh my gosh, that Black Jasmine palette was so impressive that I just feel like the video is not going to be complete if I don't do a look with the cold brew palette as well. So now I'm just going into the next shade of brown, and I'm gonna put that in the crease as well. I'm using a BK Beauty brush. I bought this one with my own money. This is their collaboration with Hot and Flashy, and oh my gosh, so pretty. I totally forgot to mention BK Beauty in, well, no, I mentioned them in my testing out influencer brands, but I wasn't like seeking out my influencer owned brushes, and I'm kind of mad at myself for not using my BK brushes. But honestly, I just keep all of my clean brushes, my eyeshadow brushes, in a mug like that, and then I just grab for the shapes that I want to use. I don't grab or store my brushes by brand. It's just about like how easy it is to get a hold of. So I use this and this in the crease. Now I'm going to go into this dark shade. This brush is the perfect shape for blending, and you can also like tap on a shadow. Okay, I'm going to grab Black Jasmine and grab the black shade and just put a little bit on the very outer corner. I have a family friend that asked me to help her with her prom makeup, and I was actually filming yesterday when she texted me. And I was like, yes, because I feel like this palette would be so pretty for prom. Like, the metallic is so shimmery and glam. I'm so excited to do her prom makeup. Okay, I'm going to use this flat brush, and I'm going to go into the metallic shade to put it on my eyes. And oh my gosh, this looks, the one from the Black Jasmine palette did so well that I am so excited for this. This almost looks like a topper. Oh my gosh, same good quality as the Black Jasmine palette. I love it. I'm going to use the Melt Slick Waterline eye pencil in the shade Cacao. And I just wanted to give you guys an update because I don't feel like I ever actually like fully reviewed these. I don't know how well these last, honestly, in the waterline. I used one of the lighter shades in my waterline the other day, and I felt like it was gone within like 10 minutes. I didn't feel like the staying power was that great, so I really need to be paying attention. I felt like I had tested these out, but really I was like, well, have I really been paying attention to how well these have been lasting in the waterline? And I don't know if Melt claims that these are extra long wearing or anything like that, but I feel like my friends had been asking me if I thought these were long wearing, and I feel like they're not that great. They're okay, but they're not super duper long wearing in my opinion. So anyway, I'm just smudging that out. Super smoky, and then I'm just gonna go in with the dark brown and just putting a little bit on the outer corner. And then I'm gonna go into the metallic, of course. Okay, I'm gonna throw on mascara off camera. First, I'm gonna use the shade Ecstasy, which is one of their blushes. It's like a coral shade. Oh my goodness, yesterday I gifted the highlighter with the Black Jasmine palette, and I got complimented so many times on my highlighter. Okay, since I got so many compliments on the gifted highlighter, I'm gonna wear it again. I don't have any plans to be anywhere today though, but you never know. My husband, sometimes he comes home from work and we're like, let's go out to dinner. So I might end up wearing this to dinner. We don't know, but nothing like a little multi-chrome highlighter to get your Friday started, you know? And then I'm gonna use one of the lippies from this collection. I'm gonna use the lightest shade. This is called Skinship, and I'm gonna put this on. Oh, I love this Kaleidos formula. Listen, some people aren't into liquid lipsticks, but I'm all about that life. So I'm gonna do my mascara and I will be right back to show you guys the completed look. Okay, you guys, so here is the completed look. Oh my goodness, like I said, I love the Black Jasmine, and that was the only look I was gonna include in this video, but I decided that I might as well go ahead and film with Cold Brew. So I wanted to get that clip in. Now let's get into the eye makeup I did with the Black Jasmine palette. So I'm gonna use Black Jasmine. I'm gonna start off with the shade Base, and I'm grabbing this Sonia G soft shader brush, and I'm gonna go into the shade Base, which is like a pretty gray color, and I'm just gonna throw that into the crease and blend. Oh my gosh, it's so pigmented. I don't want to use too much of this color because sometimes you can put on too much of these cool tone shades, and I feel like it just makes you look a little bit bruised. So I have to be a little bit careful, but that shade is so pigmented and that is so exciting for me. This is going to be such a good dupe, I feel like, for the Natasha Denona Xenon palette. So I'm kind of glad that an indie brand also did a little cool tone, like smoky gray palette like this. Oh my gosh, this matte is so nice. Okay, so I'm just gonna keep this in my crease. I'm gonna leave my brow bone on its own, and next I'm gonna go into the shade called Diffuse, which is a little bit of a darker gray. I'm not gonna bring that quite as high up, but I'm gonna tuck a little bit of it into the crease and then just kind of concentrate that on the lower half of the crease. Oh, these colors are so pretty. I'm like a little bit shook because I'm always nervous to play with like grays and black eyeshadows, just because I feel like it always gets so messy so fast. But these are just building and blending so nice. So I'm going to go into the shade Accentuate, which is the black shadow, and I'm just using the same brush, and I'm just going to tap and wiggle that on the outer corner. This is such an easy look. I feel like everything's kind of just laid out for you. I think this would be such a pretty palette for a beautiful like halo eye as well, if you wanted to do that. And this brush is also perfect. I'm just using the shape of the brush to do this entire look without a lot of hassle. This is such a pretty pigmented black shade. Everything's working out really nicely. Okay, so far super duper easy. I'm just dusting off the brush a little bit, and I'm gonna go back into the shade Base, which is the lightest color in the quad, and I'm just gonna help blend the outer corners with the crease. And then I'm just grabbing a flat Alter Ego brush and I'm gonna pick up the silver shade, which is called Radiate. And I'm gonna give it a little spray with some MAC Fix Plus. And I'm just gonna start tapping that on to the lid. Oh my gosh, such a pretty glittery, sparkly shadow. It has a bit of a clear base, so maybe I should have used glitter glue to just kind of really tack that onto my lid, but I think it's okay. Oh my gosh, this is so pretty. Okay, I've just been loving using this eyeliner from LA Girl. This is Fresh, and I just feel like it's gonna open up my eyelid because these shades are very smoky and cool tone. So I'm just gonna add that as a fun pop in the waterline. And I'm just taking a pencil brush and I'm gonna go into the shade Diffuse, and I'm just gonna apply it in the lower lash line. Okay, I think since I used a smaller brush and I was able to concentrate more of the Fix Plus, it was just like a wet, just like a whoosh on the corners of my eyes, which I'm not mad about at all. Oh my gosh, this look is so dramatic. I love. So I'm feeling kind of inspired by Angie because I know she did a really pretty look where she did like a lot of blush draping and built this into the crease. So maybe this one or this one called Joyride. So I think I might do a combination of these two. So I'm just gonna grab a blush brush. I'm gonna start off with the shade Joyride, and it's more like a bronzy color. So I'm gonna feed that into my bronzer and kind of carry it up. I like this formula because it's not too heavy, so you can just build it up instead of like bam, like blush. And now I'm gonna go into the shade Sanguine, and I'm just gonna slowly pop that on top of Joyride and just kind of blend it. This is like altogether too much for Target. But we don't really care, do we? No, we don't. Okay, I'm just gonna leave it like that, a little simpler, a little bit more everyday. But yeah, this collection is just like perfect for everyday kind of makeup as well, because they're definitely very wearable shades, like in the traditional sense, if you're into that kind of thing. Okay, so I'm gonna use the Kaleidos highlighter in the shade Gifted. This is gonna be just another little icing on the cake for how dramatic this look is gonna be, but honestly, YOLO! This is their multi-chrome highlighter. One of the newer ones. They have another one called Prophecy, but this is Gifted, and it goes from like a green to purple. Okay, we have quite a few options here. I think I'm gonna go with this shade. I haven't swatched these yet, but this is called Coal Smoke. And I love this packaging too. Oh yeah, this looks nice. This is a very pretty like chocolate brown. Love it. So I'm gonna go ahead and finish up my face makeup. I'm gonna do my hair and I'll be right back to show you guys the final look and give you some of my first impression thoughts on this collection. Okay friends, so here is the completed look for the rest of my face today. Other than the Kaleidos products, I'm wearing my Rare Beauty bronzer stick as well as the Physicians Formula bronzer. My foundation today is the new one from NARS. I don't know if I can call that new anymore, but you know which one I'm talking about. It's the light reflecting one. And then for lashes today, I'm just wearing a pair from Ardell, and I use the Ardell Lash Glue. We use this mascara, which I'm actually not hating. I really like this packaging too. The wand is really easy to hold because it's nice and chunky, so I do appreciate that. And then concealer is the LYS concealer. So that's kind of everything as far as what else is on my face. Now let's talk about this smoky nostalgia collection from Kaleidos. So I am a Kaleidos fan. That's not news to you guys if you've been on my channel for some time. and I usually have pretty high standards with them because I'm just used to really good stuff coming out of them. And I will say this collection is 10 out of 10 for me. Now, you guys know I'm not really big on cool tones, but I like these palettes. They're just very easy to use. You don't have to overthink it too much, and everything's kind of laid out for you. So I would say these are very dummy proof. I could totally see people being intimidated by this color story, but as you can see, this is a very wearable look. I think a lot of people tend to wear a very smoky eye if they're going to like an event or dinner or things like that, and you could easily mix these two palettes together to create a more everyday look if you want to wear something like this to work. And then the Cold Brew palette, I think, would be just a great everyday quick eye look palette. You could just throw any of these shades on the crease depending on your skin tone, and then just throw the pretty sparkly shadow on your lids. You guys know how much I love the lip clays. This one feels just as comfortable as the last lip clays they've launched, and I'm just really excited to have more shades because I have been thinking that Kaleidos needed more nudes, so I'm so happy to have this new set of lip clays to play with. If you guys watched my channel last summer, I was wearing these constantly when I was working at the little boutique. And as far as the blushes go, I'm so excited. They did some really perfect shades for spring and summer, and I think you could bring these two into fall and winter time. So I'm very excited to have some blushes from them. I know they did a blush duo in the past. That one wasn't so popular, but oh my gosh, these are perfect. All I know is I'm very excited to continue playing with this collection. I always say I'm really excited to see what's next, but honestly, for right now, I'm so satisfied, so happy with this collection. And if you guys have been thinking about picking some of these things up, I would highly recommend, definitely go for at least one of the eyeshadow palettes. I think the eyeshadow formula is excellent. So if you're not into that black jasmine color story, definitely consider the Cold Brew. I think all the blushes are really nice. I will say this shade Sanguine is probably just a more unique shade. So if you're trying to get outside the box, definitely recommend. Otherwise, you can go for the orange or the coral or the bubblegum pink. So yeah, you don't have to buy everything by any means, because obviously we're all on a budget and a lot of us have a lot of makeup that we're trying to get through. So I wouldn't encourage you guys to buy everything unless you're, you know, wanting to collect some of the pieces. And I know for me, there's brands that I'll like buy everything from just because I love their stuff, and Kaleidos is definitely one of those brands for me. And then I don't know if they're selling these lippies individually, but if they are, you could do that. Otherwise, I mean, I love these. I think they're so nice, and if you don't want to use all the shades, you can always gift some to friends. But yeah, overall, this is one of the best Kaleidos collections, and I'm so happy that I got to try it out for you guys. I also just want to remind you that I did apply for the Sephora Squad 2022. So if you haven't had a chance to leave me a testimonial, I will leave the link in the description box. I would really appreciate it if you could just take 5 minutes to fill out a testimonial for me. It would really help me out. I really want to be a part of the Sephora Squad because I feel like representation is very important. And I feel like Sephora is a very inclusive company. They carry many different products for many different kinds of people, and I would love to be a part of Sephora Squad 2022. So please leave me a testimonial. There's a lot of really good channels and influencers that are trying to get on Sephora Squad, and I know it's a long shot, but I figure at least I'll give it a try. So thank you to everyone that's already left me a testimonial, and if you haven't, take some time, leave me a testimonial, ask your mom, ask your dad, ask your brother, ask your sister, ask your dog to leave me a testimonial as well, if possible. Let me know, are you guys shopping the Smoky Nostalgia collection? I love chatting to you guys in my comment section, so I will catch you down there, and I will see you in a new video very soon. Bye guys!